Hello and welcome to Join the Anarchy, an interactive and improvised Shadowrun Anarchy actual campaign that we play. Campaign. It's an actual play campaign.
It's a plane of existence.
You've heard of Thomas the Tank Engine. Now join the plan to bam.
Yes. All those things, all those wonderful things here on Twitch. Ba-bam. So... Hi, how is everyone doing tonight? I see a nice, big, sexy chat.
Oh,
Nice,
yeah.
big, floppy, veiny chat.
Oh, man.
Starting off strong.
Wow.
You can only go up from here, folks.
You should hear some of the chat we've had in the background before this started streaming. Everybody, we've been in fine form. I have a feeling it's going to be a dirty night.
Yeah. And speaking of dirty, I want to make sure that our chat knows that, you know, if they can let us know if our music is a little too low or too high or anything like that, just to let me know, because I want to do straight audio rips for potential podcasting purposes. Now it makes it much easier for me. Yeah, I did. So I did full editing on the first episode, and I was like, oh god, this is way too much time that I don't have. So this is going to be my alternative to be able to provide you all a podcast, and that way you don't have to look at Trav doing what he's doing right now.
Who? I only see Chewbacca.
For the people who
It's cousin Nick, bro. What are you
potentially hear this alternative form, Travis is currently doing waves with his hands and a periodic motion with his hair covering his face. Because his hair is super long.
Yeah.
Maybe you should find the time to watch us instead, you sons of bitch. No, I'm sorry.
We love you, podcast audience. Ignore him.
Yes.
And,
Love you.
And yeah,
I'm the
Zelly,
heel.
my microphone was shitty last time, although it didn't happen during Jackbox, so I don't know what that was about. Nothing's changed, so let's hope for the best. Yeah. So, fuck it. All right, we're babbling a lot. Let's talk about Join the Anarchy.
That's 70% of the show.
That's true. All right, so Join the Anarchy. We are, as we said, interactive and improvised. The way we work is every time that we're monitoring chat as we play our actual play pen and paper, RPG, and whenever we see a cool suggestion from you guys, we can choose to incorporate it immediately into our story, and by doing so, we reward ourselves with a plot point, which can be used for all kinds of fun things. I start with 1. Players start with 3. And plot points can be used for all kinds of fun things like glitch dice, which I realized nobody ever had to roll last session, so let's make sure we chuck some glitch dice, as well as, you know, attacking twice and inserting new things into the plot and blah, blah, blah. In addition to that, every time that we take one of your suggestions, we enter you as a thank you into our raffle. You get a raffle ticket for free, and at the very end of the show, every awesome suggestion you have is a raffle ticket, and then we're going to pluck one from the pile randomly, and that person is going to win a $15 ticket. Sorry, is going to win a $15 credit, I guess, on DriveThruRPG, which is enough to buy yourself a copy of Shadowrun Anarchy or lots of other books if you want. And thank you to Bacon Dragon for the follow.
Hey.
Yay!
Yeah!
Starting off strong.
All right.
Also, you might have noticed that when he followed, some of the HP went down on this stream boss right over there. The stream bosses are extra thing that we like to do. Whenever you support the channel in any way, follows, bits, subscriptions, donations, you knock HP off of the stream boss, and the last person the person that knocks it to 0 becomes the new stream boss with a whole set of, you know, restocks their health plus extra health. And the last stream boss of tonight, which is usually around midnight that we want to end. Hey, Greyman, thanks for the 100 bits. The last stream boss for the night gets to create an NPC with me over the next 2 weeks until the next episode to be introduced on the next episode. Our previous winner was actually Greyman himself, who just donated, and he created an NPC for us tonight. So very excited to see how that gets played in. But we're going to keep that a surprise. We're going to keep it nice and hidden. We're going to keep our players guessing. Our players who have all of us have no idea what's going to happen. I have a little bit more of an idea of what's going to happen, but not really, because we are at your mercy, chat. So lay them on us. But speaking of our players, let's go ahead and start introducing our wonderful cast. I guess I should start with myself. Hold on. I'm Oz and the GM. Great. Next. Deliverance.
Hello, I am Scrim and I play Deliverance. She's a Christian mage face. And she has 3 kids. She owns a comic book store and has a husband in the military. So she's mostly a single mom these days since he is off on tour rotation. I don't know what it's called. And he is working right now. And so she has picked up Shadowrun for some reason.
I love that half of that information we have not found out yet. You're just volunteering it for us.
Yeah.
Making it
you're
canon.
welcome. Well, I mean, I will say, anything I said was made within our Join the Anarchy Discord channel in the Shadowcasters network server, because character creation is also community focused. So that's true. I that was a little bit of spoiler for those who aren't part of that channel, but if you're not, you should be.
Yes, you really should. And if you want to be part of the Cool Kids Club, you go to shadowcasters.network/Discord, and there's a link there to join our Discord channel where you can talk to us and our cast and help us out with all kinds of whatevs, as well as future guests.
Yeah, and chat has corrected me with my terrible terms, seeing I do not know much about the military. Deployment. My husband is deployed.
I don't know anything about the military either, which is great given that Ares is the central central corporation. Yeah.
We know about them, though.
Yeah, we totes know. Meanwhile, chat's like, what? Travis has hair? Travis, why don't you introduce your hair and then introduce yourself?
Oh, yeah.
This is my hair. I grew it myself. It'll be leaving tomorrow. I'm getting it all cut off for my trip to Australia. And then me, myself, hi, I'm Travis, streamer, voice actor, YouTuber, mediocre, and I play Fritz, the German elf technomancer with a lot of PhDs. He's very secretive, as technomancers are seen as the boogeyman in the 6th world, so he hasn't actually made physical contact with the party yet, but he sure has hacked into all their shit.
Perfect. And last but not least, Voltar.
Hi, I am Paige. I play Voltar. I am pretty much the street Sam of the street Sam. Okay, I am pretty much the street Sam of this group. I can punch people and do things.
Yes.
I'm also fully cyber.
Brevity.
Yeah.
I'm also complete cyber, and not totally looking at my sheet right now. I can also intimidate the fuck out of people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yay.
Quick question. How much essence do you have? Am I allowed to ask that? As a mage, would I sense that? I'm not 100%
You
sure.
could, yeah, you would be able to tell. You'd be able to see like all the pockets of missing essence on her, so.
Is it
Can you just
0.5?
assume my essence?
No, she has.
Yeah.
No,
Travis
I'm
is
asking.
correct, 0.5.
I'm curious. You don't have to tell me the exact number, but like, is it very low? Like something that
It's low.
Okay.
It's hella low.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy low.
So, perfect. So now that you've met our cast, let's get started. Previously on Join the Anarchy, we met each of these individuals in their regular lives, and thanks to Avenzi for those bits. Bam! Look at that cup.
Thank you, Vinci.
And okay, so they were going about their regular lives, and for X reasons, they decided, you know what, it's time to start shadow running, and they ended up connecting with various contacts and getting job offers or asking for job offers, and basically landed in each other's laps for a job that is odd and obviously very unprofessional, because the Johnson was like this shabby suited troll who like even misspelled Johnson.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, everyone has to start somewhere, including this team. And this guy, his deal is he wants to do really well at the Taco Temple sponsored Starcraft 7 tournament. And there's this one guy called XX Pixel Dick XX, who is the top contender. He's won previous tournaments before, and essentially, the Johnson wants to get access to all of Pixel Dick's exclusive DLC content and have it transferred to his account, and in addition to that, get him to quit the tournament. So that's the theft and shakedown portions of these jobs, as well as and turns out XX Pixel Dick, they were warned that he is related in some way to the Mafia Don of Detroit. So be careful, guys. So aside from that, a couple of moves were made already from the team. Fritz did thank you to Ram Queen for the subscription. That's a page. Thank you.
Thank you.
And speaking of subscriptions, I always going to put this out there because I always forget. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get one free subscription to a channel, whichever one you want. So feel free to subscribe to ours. It's free. You get it for a month. You get this cool Opti emote, etc., and you get to knock down the stream boss, which is dangerously low, just up for the grabbing. Oh, and did I mention that every time that we kill the stream boss, we all get a point of edge?
It helps us immensely.
Yes.
You might save our lives.
Yes. So things that occurred. Ooh, the band subscription. Thank you to I'm Not Dead Yet.
Thank you.
Me neither.
So,
Not dead yet.
none of you are dead yet.
Grayman, you son of a bitch!
Everyone get
Grayman,
edge.
you motherfucker!
Everyone get your edge.
Yay!
Woo, woo.
You're
Grayman's
a
the new stream
fucking
boss.
vulture, you son of a bitch!
Yeah, because Trav didn't get the stream boss last minute.
Actually, question before we actually get started. With that circumstance, if a cast member is the stream boss by the end, does the cast member get to make the NPC?
Yes.
I will totally donate tomorrow.
Oh man, I get to just.
Guess what? You can't give us bits if you're already banned.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're starting off to a great start. Okay, so
Yeah.
things that have been accomplished so far. Fritz hacked into the Taco Temple host, and he was able to locate an entire roster of everyone that was participating, all of their equipment that they're bringing. Thank you to Scrim for the subscription.
No, you gotta thank Vinci for gifting it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He's just throwing it out.
Bam, bam, bam.
It's just,
All right. Sorry.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, we have to
hacked
stop
it.
getting distracted.
I'm just so excited about
I'm
everything.
I know, I'm really excited about all these donations, all the support.
Yeah.
Everyone's so
We're
great.
gonna have a shit ton of edge.
Oh yeah, that's right. Everyone gets a point of edge.
No, not yet. Not yet.
But no, because the stream boss died already.
No,
Yeah,
it died
the last-
once.
Rayman?
It's
Yeah.
died once. Yeah, so you get one more edge. But
Yeah.
I thought you meant we just got another edge. I'm like, no, hold on.
I was distracted screaming at chat.
Okay, so you got a roster of Fritz got a roster of everyone that was participating in the tournament, as well as all of the employees and security that is going to be at the Taco Temple Convention Center in Detroit. And Deliverance set up a retro Starcraft tournament, Starcraft 1 tournament, and invited as many people as she could from that roster to come and participate, just kind of scope out the competition. And she's giving away something over at her comic shop, the Route D66. Wait, Route 66.
66.
Bam! Nick Morgan just gave us
my
1,000
goodness.
bits. More edge.
Go, Nick Morgan.
More edge.
Guys, Guys, thank you.
All right. And just a reminder, so last session, I didn't have this rule at the time, so we were like, fine, I guess Edge will carry over. Edge will not, that's for that session, Edge will not carry over anymore, so everyone use it or lose it.
Use it, mofos!
Great.
I'm definitely using it because I have a good number that I won't say.
Yeah.
But I have a good number.
Yeah. You
Well,
have your
enjoy
2
that,
from last session, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Better
Also,
go
Nick
hard on the team
Morgan,
who's having so much edge.
Congratulations on being the top biddy cheer for the week so far.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
So let's begin. You all get a hold on. You all get a ding on your comm links saying we is live. Once again, dis Radio Free Detroit, here to spite the corp and the wall. The peoples is not free, but the minds gotta be. The Ziggy always thinking, why all the folks gotta be so mean to others? Why they not just chill and get the snacks together? Maybe a cold one, or the root beer float. The Ziggy thinking this lesson's for yous today. The ingratitude, the insolence, the disloyalness, and the selfishness. They coming from peoples being ignorant of how to be nice'ems. Now sometimes on a job, the Ziggy gotta boom some dudes, but Ziggy never hating them, cause no one controlling the thoughts of the Ziggy. The Ziggy can't be hating, we's all born to work together. This does not mean you not boom people sometimes, this is the shadows after all, just maybe think on these things. Might snow laters, by the way. Next up, Johnny Nuclear and the Meltdowns. And the Atomic Heart starts playing.
Yeah, Fritz is like messing with it, and he's just like shaking his head at it. And he goes, "Oh, El Ziggy, if only you could understand that you can't negotiate with Neanderthals." And he like swipes it away and mutes it.
The whole time that he's talking, Deliverance is like nodding along. She's like, yeah, working together. That's right. He's got it. Mm-hmm. And she makes herself a root beer float.
Yeah, you hear that and you're like, fuck, I want one. Like,
All right, so it's a new day in Detroit, and the weather is pretty damn chilly. You're looking at about 30-some degrees, and like Ziggy said, it might snow later. Today is the day of the tournament over at the Route 6D6. So, how does the team want to proceed?
oh boy.
All right. So Deliverance is digging up some old computers, some 486s, and she's gonna run Starcraft on those. She's like buffing CDs and like cleaning them off, and these are pretty valuable because they're really hard to find good condition ones. So she's like trying to. There's only maybe a couple that are actually working, and actually one of the prizes is an original mint condition Starcraft 1 CD. So she's hard at work, and she's got her daughter Amy helping her out.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And this is at the Route 66 store?
At Route 66. And this is long before anyone would come. She doesn't really want to mix these kinds of things. She's going to make sure that she's gone long before anybody connected to her running is there.
All right. And so, chat, I want an extra detail about Amy. Right now, what we know about Amy is that she's 14 and she just can't even.
Just can't even.
And she
most 13-year-olds.
Yeah, and 13, so she's 13. And she likes boys. She has a boyfriend every week. I think we want one extra detail. But in the meantime, Amy is... how is Amy supposed to be helping you? She's just... Because right now, she's just on her phone.
Yeah, she is supposed to be connecting everything. But she finds it just absurd that you have to physically plug a wire in.
Yeah.
And so Deliverance says, Amy, I told you, get off your phone. Come on.
Who even plays on these dinosaurs? I can't even.
That's the whole point. It's just for fun to you know what? Just find the hole that's shaped the same. There's one in each of them, and she goes over and like starts kind of doing it.
This is barbaric.
Oh, darling. I just need a little bit of help, and then you can go on home, and you won't have to worry about it. Okay?
Why couldn't I just stay home? I'm supposed to go out with Kimberly. We're gonna go see a movie. You are not going out with Kimberly. No, why not?
No, I told
Mom,
you.
Why not?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What's wrong with Kimberly?
She's bad.
Okay, you know what? We're not having this argument right now.
Why not? I
Just
want to
plug
have
it
this
in.
argument. I want to have this
Plug it
argument. I
in.
want to go to the movies. I want to go to the movies and hang out with Kimberly. Why do you hate Kimberly? Why do you hate my friends? Why do you hate my life? I just can't even.
I'm gonna spend a plot point. You were asking for additional traits of. I'm sorry, I hate children. What was her name?
Amy.
Amy. Gotcha. I'll have to note that down somewhere. Amy is, since she's the angsty teenage girl, boyfriend of the week stage, she's also in the stage of, since she's being raised by a religious family, she's rejecting religion.
Ooh, that's so good.
So
That's so good.
She gets super uppity whenever it's, Sunday. Anytime there needs to be grace at a table, she just makes everything uncomfortable. And so that's an element you have to deal with as a parent.
Nice. All right, so she's like, "Why do you hate me? I want to go out."
I don't hate you, darling, but we have had this conversation, and you need to focus on getting your stuff done. You didn't finish your homework, and so you cannot go out.
Whatever.
That's always been the rule.
Whatever. Science is stupid. Math is stupid. Nobody needs math.
Not an argument worth discussing, darling. I'm not going to entertain that.
Okay, but you want to send me to Sunday school every Sunday. That's really fucking useful.
All right. You know what, then? Instead of not being allowed to go out with Kimberly tomorrow, you're not allowed to see her for another week. Because I don't think that's gonna live.
That's not fair!
No, I don't think so, darling. Yeah. Travis. No, we have had this conversation, and I am not angry.
I can't even
voice,
with you! I hate you! I'm going home. I'm gonna call an Uber. She goes out into the street.
That's probably a good idea.
Oh man.
So I'm going to Deliverance lets her leave, and then she turns around and she's just like and kind of looks up and goes mouths something, and then she's gonna call Sister Abigail.
Okay.
Dude, this is more savage than the fucking street brawl.
Oh man.
All right. So Sister Abigail. All right, tell me about Sister Abigail.
Okay, so Sister Abigail is a 74-year-old nun. She is a tough bitch. She brings a shotgun to all her babysitting gigs, and she is going to be the person who handles Deliverance's children while she does runs.
I'm sorry. She brings a shotgun to every baby.
Yeah. Now, the kids don't know this because, for obvious reasons, but this was an important key for Deliverance. She wanted to make sure that her kids were safe.
That's fucking awesome.
I
can dig it.
I wanted to
attack shotgun.
Sorry.
That's right. Go ahead.
I wanted to bring up before it went any further, because I realized the further it went, the more it was going to seem like I'm just fucking trying to meta stuff. But as soon as everyone left the exchange at the bar and everyone's on their daily lives, Fritz is constantly monitoring the other two to see who the fuck they are. So he's listening in to everything from Deliverance's comlink, and I'm assuming Volter has cyber eyes. So comlink and cyber eyes for Volter. Is that a thing that I can
give me a okay. If Deliverance or Voltar would have reasonably turned off their devices for whatever reason in the past day or so, then they would have disconnected your connection.
Okay.
Which Walter would have done. I'll even spend a plot point for that. It's just she's
Okay.
pretty much.
But he can still
She
see your
knows.
cyber eyes because you can't turn those off unless you want to be blind.
Well, yeah.
Well, you never did a hacking test on her cyber eyes.
Am I not?
You don't get access to everything. Jeez.
Well, that's what I want.
Well, next
Deliverance
time
is
be
actually
more-
quite. Sorry, go ahead.
No, well, next time, just be a little more explicit
Yeah.
about what you're
You-
getting into. Last time it was just the comm links.
Yeah.
So-
So do you want me? Can I do a retroactive one, or are we just saying that I didn't
You could always spend a
manage
plot
to
point.
do
You did not.
that? Okay.
You could always spend a plot point.
You could always spend a
Nah.
plot point. You want
I
to give
only
him a plot
have-
point?
I only
You wanna give him a
have-
plot point?
5.
Every time. Wait, why do you have 5? Oh, because you took some
No.
already.
Because I took some, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
you can
Yeah,
give him a
I'll
plot point.
spend a plot point to say that I had done that retroactively.
Okay, just to see how well you would have done. Can you give me a hacking test?
Yeah.
And here, have a glitch
Can
die.
Would have been in VR.
Oh,
Yeah, this would have been in VR.
I-
So.
can I ask something? Because Greyman brings up a good point. Because you and I both know Volter. Would that be a thing for her to fully shut down and then reboot in the morning?
Yeah, it would make sense. You
Oh,
could
wow.
you could not you
Yeah.
could shut off. And honestly, like it wouldn't not make sense to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I
so 4
I
successes.
didn't really think about that. It makes sense though.
Yeah. And knowing you and the security measures that I'm sure were placed on you, probably, right?
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Since
most
I have a-
definitely.
Fuck ton of edge. I'm also going.
Yeah, I'm also going to spend an edge.
So that's.
Yeah, this whole session's gonna
more.
be spending edge. So that should just be the title.
So 5
Yes.
successes and no glitch.
Okay. So you might have been able to catch what? Okay, let's do this. Prior to the conversation that Deliverance had with Amy, and let's say like between your meet with the Johnson and right now, Deliverance and Voltar can each give a little mini scene, I guess, or not even a mini scene, like just a quick description of something that Fritz might have overheard before you guys shut off and rebooted your stuff.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail the whole thing. I thought I was just gonna.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That's good. We were at a transition point. I think right before Deliverance turned off her comm link, you saw there was a call from her husband that she looked at for about 4 seconds and then hit ignore.
Okay. Writes that down.
And
Now,
Voltar?
if I'm connected to someone's comm link and they shut it off and turn it back on later, am I?
You
not
lost all your
kicked out
marks.
of it?
You lost everything.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Was this like today or the day before?
This was
The day
day
before.
before you.
So sometime after the meeting.
You probably heard a conversation between a younger man and her. Probably something about if the homeless people cleared out of the parking lot. And from her cyber eyes as well, you probably saw the warehouse, but you don't know where it actually is.
Where did she go?
Is that good? Is that good enough?
Where did she actually go?
Yeah, if it's your cyber eyes, I can see everything until you went to sleep.
Everything?
Pretty sure, yeah. If it's your eyes, then I'm seeing everything you're doing.
Okay. So, after I leave, I head straight to a warehouse in a very odd way. I take back streets. I avoid main streets. I kind of just stick to myself, more or less. Yeah, so I get to this part of town where it's kind of dilapidated. That's a word.
Dilapidated.
And yeah, and like really dirty and grungy. And then I get to this warehouse that looks to be like an old, like car lot. By the sign, you could probably tell that it was like big at one point, like a really good car place. And then she goes through this like kind of, like when you actually go inside the building and like behind the desk, she touches this like one keypad with
So
her
wait,
hand.
one thing. I'm going to spend a plot point and say that whenever you entered the warehouse, the actual like path was really, really dark, so you wouldn't have seen where she would have gone in the warehouse. But then when she gets to the door, then continue.
That's a good idea. Yeah, and then I open up the door with basically just my hand, and yeah, it's actually a bit more dark because even inside is really dark from what I can remember from last session too. Yeah, and then she has a conversation with the young man. Do we have a description for Gage? Did we give him a description?
Not really. We just kind of roleplayed him.
Chat.
I mean, I don't want to get too far into this, but you would have had.
I mean, I can do it, but.
I mean, I just wanted to give like a little thing for him. So we'll
like
say
key points of what he would have seen.
So he has a general idea of that you're staying in a warehouse somewhere. Yeah.
Would he have seen
anything
to do with anything else that you're not bringing up to us?
Nope.
Okay.
Can you guys repeat that for me? Because Discord just kind of went like
glitch out.
robot.
Yeah, you were a little bit blank there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally just went like, oh great.
Essentially, he didn't find out anything about your relationships with certain corporations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Cool.
you did see Gage still?
Maybe in passing. Yeah.
Okay.
You might have seen a mid-40s Middle Eastern man with ruggedly handsome features and near-perfect hair. So thank you to Zelly the Zealot.
I'm cool with that. I would have said
You just
younger,
got yourself
but
a
that's okay.
raffle ticket for the awesome suggestion.
Man.
So, cool. So that's what Fritz finds out. Meanwhile, Deliverance. Where were we before this?
Yeah, I was calling Sister Abigail.
Right. So.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
When Sister Abigail answers, Deliverance says, "Hi, Sister. I'm just gonna send you the location of Amy's comlink. Can you just track her and make sure she gets home okay? We've been having we had a little bit of a tiff, so she's not to leave tonight. Just so you're aware."
He who spares the rod spoils the child.
Oh well, I mean, I'm not sparing any rods, that's for sure. Yeah.
Really, it sounds like you are.
Oh my god.
All right. Did you hear when I said that she's not to go out tonight?
Yes, I heard you. However, you're asking me to wrangle your daughter for you.
Isn't that what I pay you for?
Isn't that what they call you a mother for?
All right. Are you going to track her or?
Yes, I'm going to track her. Relax.
Okay. And
Don't you worry, my child. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you.
Right. Certainly. The love of Christ is very, very clear in your actions and words, Sister Abigail. I appreciate your care of my children. Please let me know if anything happens with Amy. Thank you.
Will do. Have a blessed night.
You as well.
She hangs up.
Deliverance goes and like she like is hauling these big fat gray computers out of storage and plugging them all in, booting them up. It's like
You get the classic dial-up
You
noise.
need some help with that? If you need some help with that, perhaps Fritz could assist you.
Yeah, I'm gonna dial up Fritz.
Yeah, you get the blip with the silhouette. Yeah. It doesn't speak yet.
Fritz, I am having the darndest time setting up this. I was just hoping we could meet some of these people before the tournament. So, are you able to help me out with this? These are old machines, like 100 years old. I don't know. Maybe you have a sense for that kind of thing.
You're asking me to show up and help set up ancient computers?
Well, I figure if anybody could do it, you can.
I apologize, but I did stress the importance of hiding my identity.
That's fair. I wonder, is there a way I can patch you in? I don't know. I think you gotta physically be there for the. People used to lug these to each other's houses, have parties. They'd wire them up. They'd wire them up. Can you imagine carrying this hunk of junk and she kicks one and it breaks? Oh God!
Falls to pieces.
You know what? Maybe I'll just do an emulator and do it all in AR. This is. Would you be able to set that up for me?
You want to set up an emulation of the original Starcraft?
Yeah, you can do it in the Matrix. You don't have to be. I think I got one that can. All right. Well, could you manage that one?
I could. Do you have the CD keys and the product numbers of the discs? You have it physically.
Oh
no?
God, why did they have some? Okay, let me hang on. So she digs around, she finds everything, and she uploads it to you, and it takes 0.03 seconds because it's 50 megabytes.
Yeah. This is you're sure you want to use the outdated technology for this, not the. It is a StarCraft 7 tournament.
Yeah, they're it's it's supposed to be a fun kind of retro thing. I've got a lot of people signed up. They're pretty excited about it. I think there's a whole underground Starcraft 1 people who just play that.
Yeah.
That's a game with longevity, my friend. Put your money on Blizzard.
I wonder which megacorp bought out Blizzard.
Yeah. I can help you set this up. How many emulations do you need running at a time?
She just flips through the list on her app. We got 53 signed up, so.
53. And you're planning on having all of them playing at one time?
Yeah, can you manage that? It's 50 megs. 50 megs, a whole game. Oh, come on, Fritz. Isn't that funny? You're a Jaguar.
Scylla just stands there. Yeah, so I'm going to also need the IP address of your current connection to send this over your way.
Okay. She hesitates for a second when you say that. And she actually
how long is the pause?
She looks like she seems like she's kind of thinking and she pulls up a an alternate IP address and then sends it to you. This is not what she would have used normally, and I think only the audience would see that.
Okay.
It would be she's a pretty skilled face, so
yeah,
I think she'd be able to.
But he notices the pause in between because she's been so snappy before that it kind of seems like a weird dip in the personality. So he just says, as he's taking the information and doing things, he says, "You do not trust me with your personal information, but you trust me with your life. That is interesting."
Well, you're clearly a man who values life if you're not going to public appearances, so.
Yeah, well, Shadowrunning is a dirty business, and when you have dabbled in the criminal arts as I have, it comes back to, what is the American expression? Comes back to bite you.
Comes back to haunt you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'll be honest, Fritz. It's been a long time since I've done anything like this, so I'm almost like I'm new again. I might have a couple stumbles along the way. So,
Well, trust me, I can sense from your personality and the way you carry yourself that you will do much better than the other Scheiße I have been given. So, I think you will do just fine.
oh, thanks, Fritz. I'm doing my best here, and I hope I get to meet you someday. That would be great. You really should come out. You know, there are things they can do. You can do the whole disguise thing. I can help you out with that. Just keep it in mind. You don't have no pressure.
I will keep that in mind, yeah. Everything should be good, yeah? And he'll... So do I need to do some sort of hacking test to be able to... 'cause he's willing to have it sent.
Right, exactly. No, let's say no.
Okay.
You know, you're skilled enough to set this up. This is...
Yeah, there's just a, like, 60 AR displays kind of like whoop, 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 all over in your AR display for your thing. So you're in... You have like a comic book store?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he has the IP address. So this is an alternate IP. So what would that mean? Like I wouldn't be able to find the location through this, or
None of her personal life is connected to it. It's connected
Right.
to the comic book, not to her personal stuff.
okay. So he knows where the comic book store is and the location and everything. It would make sense if I had to send it over that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that she would have hidden the location of that comic book store from you, I'm sure. But
Fritz
maybe.
Fritz doesn't know. Fritz is a very hidden person, so he has no business judging other people's hiddenness.
Hey.
Look at that! Look at that!
Hey.
He's back from deployment! Everybody!
He came with pizza! Yes! Hey!
Sorry,
That's a
so
husband. Take
Yeah,
notes,
right?
everyone in
Yeah.
chat. You make pizza for your wife, and you give it to her while she's playing pen and papers.
Oh yeah.
100
mouse-
100 bits
mouse
for
and
the-
keyboards.
100 bits.
Yes, thank you for the bits.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll just point out, Zelly the Zealot pointed out 7 gigabytes is what Starcraft was.
7.
Still nothing.
Still,
Yeah.
that would have been the
Still
exact reaction. I couldn't remember. I didn't look it up.
So he's like, yeah, still, he's just like, primitive? And then, like, yeah, he'll send it over. He says, yeah, so, your tournament is set up, and everything should be good to go.
And yeah, keep an eye. Maybe you'll be able to. I'm sure you'll glean a little bit from your setup there. This will work out great. I do have a couple real life machines that we're working. So those ones you won't be able to see. They're not on the Matrix.
Should,
I don't know how that works, but whatever.
should I...
Yeah, you could have some machines that aren't connected to wireless. They're wired in. I mean, if you're not using them for any connectivity to the Matrix whatsoever, then no big deal. Then
Yeah,
there's
thanks
no
for-
connection to the
thanks
Matrix. Hey, thanks for that
gifting
subscription.
Yeah, thanks for gifting that sub to me there, Damien.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
You guys are so generous.
do you want me to lessen the
Really?
displays as you're using older technology, so there may be an advantage to using AR and having a more connected appearance?
They'll kind of be the showcase. Don't worry about that part.
Das ist gut. Well, he just kind of like, yeah, kind of sits there and stutters, stumbles over himself a bit. Then, Auf Wiedersehen. And
See you later, Fritzy.
turns it off.
All right. And plot point. The store door jingles, and a female walks in. She's got kind of like a bob haircut and a beret and like really 1980s inspired clothing. And she walks in and she says, "Wow, this is so cool."
Oh, hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm here for the tournament.
Oh, that's fabulous. Okay, well, let me see.
I'm early, aren't I?
Oh, yes, but you know what? I have plenty for you to peruse. You look like a woman.
I
with
can
good
tell. Oh wow, is this first edition? She picks up like
my God.
she picks up like a Pac-Man plushie.
Yeah, it is. It took a long time to find out. And let me tell you, the guy that sold it to me, he had a room full of shit you would not believe. You would not believe.
Wow. Yeah, I used to have a room like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's a long story. Anyway.
Refer to season 1 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End cameo. So, yeah, you find out that this is user Pac-Man 1980. And so, Voltar. So,
Yeah.
while Deliverance and Fritz are taking care of all that stuff, I'm wondering what would your legwork for this be? What's your preparation?
Oh man. Scope out the location. I think I would like walk around the location and maybe even walk in. Pretend that I'm like going to order something and then like I don't know, not order something.
To the convention center? Because that's where the actual
'cause
tournament's
that's-
taking place. This is kind of like a scoping out thing.
Yeah. So basically, like alternative exits. If there's like a back door somewhere. If they're setting up the tournament. If they're setting it up now, I could at least see. I could probably see where they're keeping security.
Sure. Did you want any assistance on your endeavor?
Sure.
Okay. Did you want to contact anyone?
What kind of assistance?
If you wanted anyone to help you with Matrix or Astral support.
I think she would go in alone.
All right. So
Unless maybe Gage can do something from afar.
he is just a weapons dealer, darling.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, he used to be
No,
he
he's
used to be an
probably
ex-cop.
a pastor.
Actually, you know what? No, lies. He's an ex-cop, so he would be able to tell you a couple of like
Yeah,
little
he's
bits.
a knight errant.
Yeah, he'd be able to tell you. He'd be able to tell you. Knight errant usually they get contracted to do events at the convention center. So chances are they're going to do the usuals, plot points. The metal detector. Let's see, metal detectors and unusually, chat, give me an extra piece of security that Knight Errant is doing, and a special precaution at the Taco Temple Convention Center. But yeah, he'll give you kind of like the general rundown of what security is like. It's generally sort of lax, especially given that this is like it's a StarCraft 7 tournament,
Taco
so
place.
yeah. Well, it's not that it's a taco place. I mean, the Taco Temple purchased it. Oh, this music's kind of loud. So Taco Temple, like, they have this convention center, but it's not like this tournament in particular. It takes up like it doesn't take up a full exhibition. It's kind of like
Yeah.
it's like they got a couple of the upstairs rooms, where like all the events happen, and they just line them all up, and then that's where where the
Okay,
events
this
are
is
being taken place.
Cool.
It's not a Taco Temple; it's a Taco Temple Convention Center. Like it's a convention center that
right.
is named
I keep
Taco
imagining
Temple.
I keep imagining that it's like a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Like I keep imagining it's just the location. So yeah. Yeah, I'll check out the place. I'm imagining I can't get in there.
Well,
they're setting it up.
there would be some security going around and cameras and stuff. So you know, and then these are, of course, on the outside, you know, there's those cameras that do like side, and then they just kind of rotate 90 degrees. So if you time it just right, you can get past it and sneak in. So can you give me a stealth test?
Of course. Let's see. Stealth. What is my stealth? Okie dokie.
I like Eric DeMage's suggestion. I'm going to take that one of chemical sniffers.
I also get.
So they're going to have like, so they'll have like, what are they called? Not hellhounds, not bar guests. Something that's not like awakened. Just like they'll have dogs. They'll have drug dogs. Drugs and chem dogs. Okay, so how many successes?
Reroll. I'm sorry. I get one reroll. Ooh.
Okay.
Well, I tried. 4 successes.
Okay.
With a 0 reroll.
Perfect. That's actually just enough. So you're able to definitely dodge the camera and enter through a door just as someone from like catering, you know, or actually not even.
I just imagine.
Yeah, catering. Yeah, someone that's scoping out catering. She's got like her
I-
clipboard and yeah.
Yeah. I just imagine like if I thought you meant like I convinced them that I was catering, and I imagined that conversation because Walter definitely does not look the type to be catering. I just imagined her. I'm sorry. Go on, continue.
Yeah, and Zelly the Zealot helped us here and said that chem sniff scanners are a thing, and he's right. I remember like in airports when they like scan your laptop or something to see if it has like residue on it. So yeah, so that's that's going on as well. So to make sure that there's no like explosives going into the place. So deters explosives. All right, so inside.
Yes.
You're able to spot the route up to the second floor. There's, I'd say there's like several, what are those called? Several escalators and regular stairs adjacent to them to go to the second floor, and a couple of exit staircases as well for any emergencies. But those seem to be really the only ways up there, except for the hallway also has like a balcony railing that faces into the main floor of the convention. So if you ever needed to, you can jump off that or climb onto it. And there's also further down, there's windows that look onto the convention center floor as well. So those can be smashed through if need be.
Awesome. I like the convenientness of it.
Yeah.
And also how pink mohawky it is.
It could be, yes.
It could be, yeah.
Could be. You also pay attention to different cameras. There's lots of those like those dome kind of cameras that you're never quite sure where they're facing.
Yeah.
So being careful. Can you give me another stealth test?
I'm actually, because I have so much edge this.
Okay.
That's 3 successes and then my reroll.
Okay. You're good.
My God.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Great. So you have that information. Is there anything else that you wanted?
So upstairs, because they're setting up this convention, I'm gonna spend a plot point.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a plot point and say that each computer, quote unquote, each place for your person that is going to be playing, it's really fancy, so they have name cards with their names and their usernames. I would like to find our target and make sure we know where he is.
Okay.
So it would be much easier to find him other than looking around.
Sure. He's actually, as one of the winners of previous competitions, he is getting a lot of media attention. So you actually see that his computer it's closest to the most cameras. And actually, you're noticing as well that this is going to be live streamed to MeFeed.
Oh, good. Great.
And yeah, he's having a lot of attention on his station.
Awesome.
And yeah,
Okay.
I'll spend a plot point for that because that was bullshit on my part.
No, that's fine. All right. So, and I can determine where security would be, like where they would stand and everything, just by looking at the room, like obviously doors.
You could infer it, but right now there isn't any security where they would normally be.
Okay.
But you could probably guess that security would be standing outside of the doors, not inside of, because to not make anyone nervous or anything like that. There might be somebody that's keeping an eye, but there's probably going to be people like in the covering any exits as well to like stairwells and stuff like that.
Okay. I'm gonna. It's just hard not being retro. I'm gonna contact Fritz. I'm gonna contact Fritz and ask him. I'll find a spot to be stealthily, and I'll contact him and see if he answers her. Actually answers.
All right, yeah. Fritz, like soon after the other call, he hangs it up and he's looking at some other things. Then he gets a call and then sees his Vulture, and he just pinches his nose. Das ist verdammt like. He answers, Silhouette. Yeah.
I see that you are still not there. Well, I would say good to see you. I have questions.
Yeah.
I'm scoping out the location currently. Is there anything that you would need me to do with any of the security? Cameras or computers area?
Camera footage can be set on a loop, and the extra security measures are connected to the Wi-Fi network. I'll be able to get into it rather easily, I think. Did you see anything that you would note as noteworthy?
Each computer is set up on the second floor. There are cameras in each location, mostly dome cameras. There are cameras on the outside.
Any
mage
mage scanners, metal detectors, chemical sniffers.
Metal detectors, and yes, chemical sniffers.
And the live stream.
Oh yeah, and the live stream.
Live stream?
Something about a MeFeed? I am not into that.
MeFeed is a social media platform used by teenagers to talk. Never mind. Look, okay, yeah, I can get into the cameras and metal detectors if need be. You have obvious implants, yeah? Not. Sorry, what was the terminology for implants that look like regular limbs? Because there's obvious, which looks like a cyber
skin.
arm.
Synth skin.
Synth skin, yeah. Your cybernetic enhancements are obvious, not synthetic. Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Paige?
Paige, were you able to pick that up?
You guys were robotic for me for 5 seconds.
He was asking
Discord's
about.
great.
All right, so he was asking if you had any that all of your augmentations are obvious and they're not synthetic skin, right?
Yeah, they're plainly obvious.
Yeah, are you capable without any sort of weaponry?
Yes.
I would suggest not bringing any because you're going to set it off, and I don't think it would be a wise decision to turn it off when you are very obviously metal. So that is a good precaution. I will try and send the same memo to Deliverance as well.
Very well. There is nothing that you need from me here.
Have you a list of names?
I can gather those. They're each in a place card holder.
That would be good, yeah. I'll be able to do a reverse matrix search when I have that information.
All right.
I have where our target will be sitting.
Remember, this target is not to be harmed in the process.
I know this.
Just wanted to make sure.
So, you're able to cross-reference all of the seats with everything that you've acquired from the Taco Temple host. And yeah, so far all of the information looks correct. These are all people that are going to be participating. And...
Sorry?
Meaning that it's corroborative info. It's just, it checks out.
Well, when I did the test last time to get the list of names, I failed my check and wasn't able to.
No,
get
you were able
them.
to get it.
Now that I do have them,
You got them,
I
though.
wasn't. No,
You failed the first time, and then you got them the second.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We opened it up, and I grabbed a bunch of shit from it.
Yeah.
I grabbed what.
You got the roster of people participating in their machinery. You got the employee list of the convention center and the security list of the convention center. So you can have anybody impersonate, or you can target specific people, or whatever it is that you might want.
All right.
Plot point that Fritz also cross-references that list with the list that's coming to my tournament.
Yes. So you spot a couple of names that are repeating, gamer tags. Like, you don't spot a pixel dick, but you do spot. There's a couple of names that repeat. None of them are going to stick out to you particularly at the moment. But there are...
Pixel Dick isn't coming to my thing.
Pixel Dick is not going to come, so you're going to have to deal with him here at the convention center. But at the tournament, you're going to meet quite a few of the competitors.
Okay.
Awesome.
He will also ask before either of them hang up. He says, by the way, there is the possibility that they could have some sort of security that we are unfamiliar with until it is too late, and they could also have some sort of matrix specialist as well. And since you are mostly cybered, they could, well, disable your implants and make things tricky. And a precaution would be to allow me access to your cyber equipment so I could preemptively put up firewalls and make sure that nobody has access to those. Now, this is asking a great deal because I am, another Shadowrunner. You have not seen me in person, and you would be at my mercy, so to speak, but I will remind you that for this job, I need you as much as you need me, so you can be sure that I will not do anything malicious. If you do not want me accessing it, I understand. It's just another precaution we can take to make sure it runs smoothly.
I appreciate your forwardness, and I understand. For now, I will let this happen, but I will need to refer to something else to make sure that it is okay.
Yeah. Good. Was there
Excellent.
anything else you needed?
No.
Okay.
Then
So
I'll see you tomorrow.
sorry, I keep trying to like cut this off.
Sorry.
Great. So Voltar is done at the convention center. Fritz is done doing his IT. Deliverance is done setting up the event. So, Voltar, did you have a thing that you wanted to check in on? Somebody that you want to check with?
I would like to contact someone.
Colton?
Why can't? Yeah, I was gonna say, why can't I remember his name? God damn it! It starts with a C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like to contact Colton.
Okay. Hello, Voltar.
Good evening. I have a question about the run I'm working on.
All right, and I might have an answer, though I'm not privy to exactly what you're doing, nor do I want to be.
I understand. The place that I will be going into might have people that could alter my circuits. A runner that I am working with has offered to protect me in that area of expertise. I am not capable in that area.
Well, I would say use caution and your own judgment to decide. You're going to, at some points when we hit phase 2, you are going to need that assistance. You're going to need that kind of security, so it's best to start establishing that trust now. However, if you feel that this job doesn't require... If you feel that this job you're not going to run into anyone who can mess with you in the Matrix, mess with your cybernetics and shut them off, then you don't need his protection, his or her protection. If you feel that you are going to run across that kind of issue, then allow access, but be prepared to cut it off at a moment's notice.
Very well. May I ask, do you have any more details on phase 2?
Not yet. I have to
Then
keep
that is all.
that. I'm keeping that need to know, and right now you don't need to know.
I understand.
Excellent.
Thank
I'm
you
very proud of
for
you.
your time. Thank you.
And you should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, she doesn't really answer to that.
He gives you a smile that's you wouldn't exactly say warm, but it's
Yeah,
attempting
more
to
like
be.
Devious.
I guess.
It's
no,
there.
it's not devious. it's
It's a smile.
Look at that.
no, it's not like this. It's more like yeah, it's calculating.
Mm.
That makes sense.
And what is their relationship exactly?
You don't know yet.
I don't know. All right.
All right. Link hangs up. So, great. So how about unless there's any last minute preparations before the tournament at Route 6D6, I say we just skip right ahead.
I need to get access to
I
their
do-
security. Or do we want to do
I
that
also-
at the time?
That'll be when we get to the convention center portion.
Okay.
Of the
I
run.
also need to know who won the original Starcraft stuff. Because I might just spend a plot point.
The original
So make it-
Starcraft. What are you talking
Yeah,
about? The
yeah.
previous tournament?
Isn't
Yeah,
this
the previous
old-
Pixel Dick.
Starcraft 1 tournament?
Pixel Dick one?
Starcraft 1 tournament that I'm holding, is that what you mean?
No.
Oh, the previous one. Okay.
Yes.
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 Oh, yeah, okay.
Deliverances, yeah. Who won
Okay.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Deliverances?
yeah.
That has not happened yet, but it's going to right now. Route 6D6. So,
Bang.
how does everyone want to be involved in this tournament? In this event?
Deliverance she has snacks for sale, and it's a fairly big space that she's in. There's kind of an upstairs where a lot of things are happening. Oh, don't worry. It's Brood War. It's full expansion. Tiger Planet. It's not just the original Starcraft. It is the expansions. And so yeah, she's like serving drinks and chatting people up, and she's got an employee. I'm going to spend a plot point to make that employee exist. And, yeah, and that person is like running off their feet. They're making some pretty good coin actually off of this.
Yeah, chat. Tell us a little bit about this employee and in what way they are competent and in what way they are incompetent.
The employee's name is Bad. No, just kidding. Okay, so what else is happening? I think there's just a lot of. She's trying to get as much FaceTime with these people as she can. She like consoles people on losses and congratulates on successes.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a nice big long list of gamer tags here. I'm gonna give you. Yeah, that's the general gist. I'll let you guys talk.
Yeah. While different people are advancing on the leaderboard in AR and doing different matches and stuff. You start picking up on a couple of people that are doing really well. Some are names like what? Jesus, you people. Bug City Zergling. So thank you to Greyman for that one. And hashtag hashpen and no waifu, no laifu.
Oh my
I
god.
like Queen Kerrigan. Kerrigan
Queen
is
Kerrigan.
the leader of the Zerg, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Throw her in there.
I love at Reese.
I won't be taking any plot points for these because I don't know if these are actually going to affect the plot. But I just wanted to. But I'll give raffle tickets for them.
There's 50 people showing up. I'm sure everyone on that was listed was here.
Oh, definitely.
And also plot point. Some dude called Slices is doing really well, and in talking to him, you notice that he has a little bit of an Italian accent.
All right.
Are you gonna do the accent for us?
It's a spicy meatball. That's all I've got. I can't do.
It's a me, Slices.
So he moves up. He wins a game, moves up a bracket, and there's this little crowd around him. And when he gets the final concession, a bunch of them all cheer, and Deliverance just kind of does like a clap. And she slaps him on the back and says, "Slices, you are killing it tonight. Look at you. It's almost like you were born in 1999 or played in 1999. I can't remember when this game came out."
Well, I very much enjoy all kinds of video gaming.
Oh yeah? What else do you play?
Mainly Starcraft. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I know. There's 7 of them. You can play them all.
But I'll play, things like Call of Duty, 75. It's whatever. It's just I'm a gamer at heart. I do everything. I do it all.
Oh, you are in the right place then, my dear. You should see. You got to check out our board game collection. There might be something you like there.
No, I don't play that shit.
Oh, come on. You said you're
No,
a game.
it's shit.
Come on.
It's shit.
Oh,
No. I don't like to touch
come here on
things.
game night and try it out.
I don't like to touch things that other people touch. There's just putting their snotty hand germs on the dice that you have to roll after. It's really that's how you get disease.
We play in AR sometimes. You know what? All right, that's fine. But good work tonight. You take yourself a break. Get a drink. Go get a drink. Take a minute, and you're up in the next round. 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much for hosting this tournament. It's quite fun.
Oh, it's so fun. You're playing in the 7?
The Starcraft 7 tournament, yes I am.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I hear Pixel Dick is gonna be there. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, he is fantastic.
Have you played against him before?
Yes, I have. He's a force to be reckoned with.
Oh boy, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honestly, it's gonna be his again.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so. No one's gonna come close.
I don't know. I've heard he's been struggling and he's had a little bit of trouble lately. Doesn't show up at tournaments, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll a con for that.
Okay. So you're what is it that you're telling him exactly? You're telling him that
basically like I want to sow a little bit of doubt into the fact that he's the best.
Okay.
That's 3. And I don't think I have bonuses to con, so yeah, 3 successes.
Okay.
I don't know. I think someone else can take it. He's peaked.
Well, if you think so, I guess every dog has its day, and perhaps. But he's a good friend of mine. I don't think I have a lot of confidence in him.
Oh, I don't mean to insult your friend. I'm sorry, Slices. I just call it as I see it. But maybe he'll rock it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll be you. Could be a total outsider.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go and get myself a beer. Excuse me.
Good luck in the next round.
Thank you.
You don't know how tempted I am to spend a plot point just so my baby can win.
You can do whatever you want to do.
I'm trying so hard not to be that person.
I know, but Pac-Man 1980 is doing really well too.
Oh, I bet she is.
Yeah.
Bet she is.
Sometime in the night, a man walks in. He has on a kind of like a very long, like tan, like dark brown trench coat. He has these like mirrored aviator glasses and one of those like hospital like sick masks, just so you don't like cough like on people when you're sick and stuff. And like you can kind of see behind the mask, there's like kind of like a full beard, and it has some gray in it, and he has like a cap on, and he's looking around the shop, and he looks over to like the stack of comics, and he just looks really lost in here.
Deliverance is gonna go up to him and say, "Well, welcome, stranger. Are you here for the tournament?"
No. Sorry, I'm not really into this kind of scene. I was here to pick something up for my daughter. Her birthday's coming up, and I don't really know what to get. She's really into these old comics, but I know nothing about them.
All right. Well, tell me a little bit about her.
Well, you know, as a lot of girls, they're into Wonder Woman, but she's a Flash girl, you know. She really likes. His name starts with a B. I can't remember the exact issue. Her mother picks them up just before she passed. But, huh?
Sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. You know what? I think I have a couple things I can show you. You let me know when you see what you'll like. And she brings him over to kind of flip through a couple different things. And when she brings you over to the comic section, you notice there's one comic that is it's set up behind alarmed glass. and there's like a little spotlight on it, some very soft lighting, and it's the 2007 Civil War Frontline number 10.
Okay. So this is wait. So what is this specific? What is this, like an actual like comic?
It's an actual book. Yeah. I'll find a cup for you.
Civil War Frontline number 10.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable because I don't know what's happening.
I'm like, I know what's happening, so I'm pretty.
Neither
chill about
does
this.
she. I'll spend a plot point to say that he's gotten pretty good at hiding his accent. He's done this a couple times.
Oh, so this is Fritz.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fucking play.
I wasn't
someone else.
sure. Okay.
I know. That's why I kind of wanted to
Alright,
just let it go, but no. This is Fritz, but he's
Okay.
he's not. He's putting on a persona.
Do I get a chance to like? No, I wouldn't tell. He's clearly, yeah. Anyway, I linked the cover, and yeah, it's right there, and she kind of she goes through a couple different and chats a little bit. And does he pick out to buy a few or?
Yeah. He's looking through some of them. He's like, yeah. I think this is. I'm sorry. She gets on me about this all the time. Is this Marvel or DC?
Oh, this is all Marvel, honey. Flash, yeah.
Flash is DC. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. Well, hold on just a sec here. My player doesn't know what my character knows, so.
DC is Flash.
Yes. Flash is all DC. That's
Okay.
Is that the one she's into?
Yeah. She, whenever I get them mixed up, she really gets on my my tail about it, you know.
Who would mix those up?
Well, you know, I'm not really good at this sort of thing.
All right, well, that's what I'm here for. Can I get my Zazzy to ring it up?
You cut out
You
of
are
it.
cutting out.
My employee, who is as yet unnamed, can I get him or her to ring it up for you?
It's name. It was around here somewhere. Somebody put. What was his name? Anyway,
Yeah, that would be good. Thank you. Do you have any? Do you sell any like snacks or drinks or anything?
Oh yeah, we got a full drink bar tonight, right over there. It's mostly soy. Hope you don't mind that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, you know, it's you gotta take what you can get, you know.
Yep. Yeah, and you should check out the Starcraft tournament upstairs. We are having a blast up there.
Oh,
you like Starcraft?
you hear cheering upstairs.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm pretty sick. I don't want to be around your store more than I have to.
All right, cool.
David Anderson, at this point, your employee. He's a huge comic nerd, and he's great with people, but he's not super amazing with the whole actually working part. So thank you to Zelly the Zealot for that one. Comes down, he's like, "Hey, bro, you're buying this Flash. That's cool."
Yeah.
That's wicked. I love the Flash. He moves fast, man.
Yeah. He's definitely a tricky one.
Well, he's kind of a dick too, but he's lovable. So like, it's okay. Anyway, here, just give me a second. I'll ring you up. All right, and that's gonna be 20 new yen.
Yeah, he hands it over.
All right, well, thank you. Have a great day. Thank you for shopping at Route 66.
Yeah, he kind of does the like, oh no. thank you. Yeah. Let's see. And he like looks over at the like snack and drink bar and everything. And as he's walking out, he looks at Deliverance and he says, I really love your little store here. You should think about getting some more snacks. I think this would be a really great hangout. Maybe some Twizzlers or root beer floats or something. Should be
Oh, what?
and then
I
and then
heard about a lot of those lately.
he waves and walks out.
You got it, buddy. That man has good taste. She turns to David.
And I don't know. I don't like when people say like, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that." Sure, yeah. Let's just pull it out of our non-existent budget. Whatever. Like,
David, come on. It's a fun night. Let's get back up there. Get some more drinks sold.
All right.
I just imagine, like, I hate being bossed around. Like, oh, you should get out of the house, go to college, get a real job. Like, everything that's wrong with his life.
Jolt Cola.
Yeah. They're just like, just finger guns and walks upstairs. Let's see. We need something that like go down at this tournament, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I'm going to
I have an idea.
Okay.
I spent a plot point to say at one point. Let's find. I copied gamer names. Let me grab them here. At one point, no waifu, no leifu.
No waifu, no laifu.
No waifu, no laifu. Sorry. Accuses Mick Norgan of cheating, and they like pretty much get into a full-on fight over it.
Shit. Yeah, so there's a fist fight going on upstairs. What do you do?
And so Deliverance is gonna she can't really do too much about it. She goes in and tries to like break it up. But everyone's sort of just standing back. And she's gonna try to see if she can get Voltar, if Voltar's close by, to come help out.
Is Voltar close by?
Yeah, let's say sure. It feels like I want to be in this.
Are you able to help me out with a little altercation? I am not able to control these two young men. They are very... and they're like drawing blood, and it looks like one of them is like, it looks armed. Deliverance can see he has a knife, but he hasn't pulled it yet.
I will be there. And like as she says that, hangs up, she opens the door. Like she's already there.
she's been outside at the plate glass window, just like. Do you have any more of those beer floats?
They had a flavor.
I like them, just like a regular human.
So yeah, I'll head upstairs and witness this. And yeah, I'll get right into the middle of it. I would like to try grabbing one by the shirt collar and lifting him up and pushing the other one down.
All right, give me a close combat, please. And
so bad at
here, have a glitch die.
High school bully.
Okay. I'm gonna pre-edge this because I have edge.
Yeah, try not to murder them.
I want to do this without, murdering.
That's what the glitch die is for.
I'm doing close combat, right? Yes.
Yes.
Oof, and that's pre-edged, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, and then your glitch die.
Glitch!
Well, shit.
Oh shit!
Okay. All right. So I'm going to say that you successfully pull off the maneuver.
Okay.
Right. However,
Go on.
in doing so, describe again who one person's getting like
one person's like by the collar of their shirt. I'm guessing it's a t-shirt. And I'm like lifting them up on the ground, and the other one I'm just I'm gonna grab them as well by their shirt and just push them down a little bit.
Okay. In that process, you like bump the guy that whichever one you're holding up in your fist by the shirt. You like knock down Slices.
Oh, okay. I mean, he was in the way.
Yeah, and Slices stands like he like dusts himself off, and he just looks at you right in the eye and says, "Do you know who the fuck I am?"
She'll look at him up and down. What is he wearing?
Chat, you can give me some details, but I'm thinking he's got his hair, he's got like black and like blonde streaked hair that's like slick back to about here. He's got like a scruffy beard, kind of like mine, and he's probably wearing like not a trench coat per se. Actually, yeah, he would have had a trench coat on, and maybe like a loose tie that's not functional whatsoever. It's just there just cuz, and like his shirt's button open and the collar's like on top of the trench coat. And 7 popped collars. No,
What's on shirt? Oh god.
That's amazing.
yeah.
It's like up to his eyes.
Has to like layer. Yeah, had to like layer.
Low shirts.
Man, Zelly just busts out the super
So like complex
super
and
detailed.
detailed.
How you type it so quickly.
Isn't Slices? I'm sure Slices is Greyman's character, right?
I don't know.
So I don't
know
think
what you're talking about.
describing Slices is gonna do much, unless there was no description.
I don't know what you're talking about. So as
That's classified.
yeah.
so-
No, let's take that. He's got greasy, kind of unwashed hair, so that's part of the slick back. And he's got this worn black hoodie trench coat. It's a hoodie trench coat.
That's so awkward.
Could be a hoodie under a trench coat.
Well, no, it's like one of those like really cyberpunky, like the ones that are that are just kind of like tattery, right? So it's like it emulates a trench coat, but it's not a trench coat. It's just like one of those long down to the ankle hoodies.
It's like
that
a
kind of sheer.
hooded pea coat more than a.
I guess, yeah, and with a faded optic Z logo, and then some tactical pants, which are really just black cargo pants.
Ew.
Great.
So he looks like a schmuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how old does he look?
He looks kind of young. He looks like a 24, 23.
Okay. And he said, "Don't you know who I am?" Is that what he said? He used that line on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him up and down. You're probably somebody who failed at their original job, and then now are doing a tournament here. Also, you're in my way. Shit. And I'm just gonna glare at him like hardcore.
You can give me an intimidation test.
Oh boy.
I'll give you an extra 2 dice on that.
Thank you. 5 successes.
He'll stare you down for a bit, and then he'll just go like. So he does like a little nose swipe and then backs off. Like he's still gonna be hard, but he's too good to get into this.
He's not gonna show it.
Yeah.
So Deliverance is gonna. Go ahead.
And he'll just go, you know what? It's fine. Tournament's over for me then. I drop. I don't give a fuck. And he'll walk down the stairs and.
Deliverance holds up a hand and says, "Now, Slices, don't let this ruin your night." She points at Nwaifu and Mick Norgan, and she says, "You disqualified. Get out of here. My friend will help you out." And she kind of just stares them down. There's like an awkward pause. She says, "I said now."
Yeah, Volter just like assists.
Nice. Well, end of the day, at the end of the tournament, you've met some of the competitors, and the winner is Pac-Man 1980, and she walks away with a copy of Starcraft 1.
Yes.
And of course she's just like, oh man, this is gonna go back to I'm starting up my collection again, and all right, well, I love your store. I'll see you around.
Oh man, good! Congratulations, girl. You did a great job. I am so impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah, some of these are professionals. You're competing in the 7? Hey.
No, that's too new for me.
Oh, you're old school. I like that.
I'm retro. Wink.
Oh yeah.
Jingles out of the store.
Fritz is currently on the roof of the comic book shop, and he's been looking through the matrix, making sure everything is going okay. And so he's like looking through, like when there was the skirmish, he was looking around to see if any of them had guns, and he was going to disable them, but it was all fine. And so now he's just kind of like looking around, and as Pac-Man 80 walks out the store, he like sees her in the matrix and sees like he wasn't seeing any pings on anyone else. And when he looks at her, it's like, and he's like, like moves it out of the way. Like there's way too much shit on that one. He's like, that's hot. No thanks. And he looks at everyone else and he's like, make sure no one else has any like guns and anything like that.
I am going to, at the end of the night, cleaning up, I'm gonna send a message to Slices and say, best of luck, sorry things didn't turn out at the tournament. Hope you do well in the 7. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's all I'll say.
Yeah, you don't get a response back.
Okay.
So, unless there's anything that you guys want to do, we can skip right ahead to the tournament.
I think Volter is going to apologize to Deliverance if she interrupted or messed up the competition.
Oh no, I think you helped. I think it's a bit tough to get them apart without you. But too bad I blew probably my only lead, but that's all right. We'll figure something else.
Well, if he is who I think he is, since you are tracking him, he certainly knows me.
What do you mean?
You got a good look at me. And I'm very well to point out.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to be careful about that. I probably fangirled enough that they wouldn't be surprised to see me tomorrow, so me being there shouldn't be too big of a deal. But you know who he was?
I guess I will just have to... No. You were looking for a certain person. The way he acted was not normal. I'll just try to stay in the shadows.
Who are we talking about?
I'm talking about Slices.
Slices, yeah. So I'm just gonna forward a little bit of information, the small amount of information I got about him. I'm gonna Fritz, and just with a message saying might be worth looking into, and then and I'll say to Voltar, yeah, you do what you do best. Shadows sounds like a good plan. I'll go. You know what I'll do? I'll go in my Kerrigan costume.
It's like a full fucking like jumpsuit.
That's it's been a while since I busted that one out. All right. You have a good night.
Do you sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Do you have any photos of your kids in this comic book store?
No.
No. Okay.
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So, I would say that, is there anything that you guys want to follow up on slices, or do we just want to go to break?
I can do a matrix thing if you want.
I want it, so you want.
Wow. If you think that it is worth looking into, like if you don't think it's something that we can just do after break, but
Go ahead and give me a hacking test.
VR, obviously. All right, dude, 3 successes. I have extra edge. I will go ahead and use it. So that is 11.
It's fantastic.
4.
Okay. You're able to just by just by the gamer tag alone, you find out that that Slices and Pixel Dick are actually very good friends, and now things are starting to kind of come together a bit, and you're thinking maybe Slices has some connection to the mob. It would definitely explain the Italian accent, the slight Italian accent that I did not portray, and the
That's fine.
yeah, and that general like that thing of like, do you know who I am kind of thing. You don't get any information that he's actually he's not like a family member per se, but it seems like he's just kind of somebody that hangs around a lot with Pixel Dick and enjoys his protection.
Okay, yeah, he'll forward that information to both Voltar and Deliverance and say, just in text, like, most likely with the mob.
Deliverance messages back. Better tread lightly then. And she like when she flips her IR to send this message, she's kind of she's turning away from her son's bed where she's just put him down with a little stuffed bunny, and she closes the door and checks her messages and then sends it.
Walter fucking White over here.
And on that note, I think we're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll return for the plot point convention center scene.
Nice.
So let's see you in 5. Don't change that channel, and we'll be back. And remember, you still have time to take out the stream boss. It'll still be counting down. So if you have during these 5 minutes nothing to do, you can just be like, hey, let me support the channel, follow, subscribe, cheer, etc. Yes, and of course, you know, let people know, hey, Join the Anarchy's still going, it's still going strong, and the shit's about to hit the fan. So stay tuned.